evening, everybody. Welcome and thank you so much for coming. This is so inspiring to see so many people here. It's a night to celebrate Pride, and the Mansfield Democratic Town Committee is very, very proud to be a co-sponsor of this event. I'd like to thank our outreach committee for specifically Sally Faharvari, Mark Vigorito, and Joe Kaplan, who did a lot of work for this. And also to Town Manager Kevin Dumas, who was very welcoming when we approached him with this idea. One thing I would like to say, I don't want to be a downer, but the battle for equality is not over, because there are still 30 states in the country that don't have appropriate non-discriminatory laws on the books. So, but we, from Massachusetts, can be proud that we are from the state where it all started. I Googled and found out the meaning of the colors of the flag. Red is for of the gay pride flag. This is my notes. Red is for life. The orange is for healing. The yellow is for sunlight. The green is for nature. The blue is for harmony, and the purple is for spirit. And I think those are all wonderful forces of inspiration for all of us. So thank you for coming. It's a wonderful night, and I'm going to turn this over to Town Manager Kevin Dumas. Thank you.
Deb, thank you so much, and good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Town Hall. We're so happy to be able to host this event with the Democratic Town Committee this evening, and to have you here with us. And certainly, this is our first annual Pride flag raising event, and certainly much thanks to all of our distinguished guests for their presence this evening and for participating, and certainly to all of you members of our community who have taken the time tonight to come out and to make this a priority. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation to the Democratic Town Committee for their idea of creating this event and now making this an annual event starting today. Let me begin by telling you how honored I am to say a few words as your town manager and also as a proud member of the LGBTQ community. There's been so much progress made on equal rights during the last 50 years since the Stonewall riots, but there is still so much more remaining for us to do. As a community, we must continue to raise awareness and make sure that there are equal rights and the rights of LGBTQ people are secure. It's also important to remember the long fight towards equality, and for those people who fought so hard for us over the last many decades, and in order for us to enjoy the rights and privileges that we experience here today. And I can reassure you that without their strong determination, standing up against all odds, experiencing retaliation and prejudices that at times meant losing family, friends, and even their employment. We honor all those members of the LGBTQ community who have helped pave the path for us, and for those people who still continue to pave the path forward. Also, it's important to note our appreciation for all, and I say all of our other friends, who have helped change the perception in which the LGBTQ community is viewed. As we continue to make strides forward, let us do so in a non-judgmental way, with non-violence and with the love and respect that all deserve. So as for this evening, after our words and our presentations, we will raise the flag here at the center flagpole, and then we're going to ask you to join us for refreshments, for light refreshments inside. So again, thank you so much for being here tonight, and happy Pride. At this time, I'd like to be able to ask our Select Board Chair, Jess Apowitz, and members who are here from the Select Board this evening, Mike Trowbridge I see. I also see Select Person Ryan, and also Select Person Del Vecchio. If you could please come forward.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Kevin. Most importantly, Kevin's done a fantastic job so far as being our town manager. So let's give Kevin a hand. I'm going to hold this up. We're kind of short, and I can't figure this out. I think it's very important that everyone here understands that Mansfield is a community that's open to everybody. Okay? Businesses, people, everybody's the same. Everybody should be treated the same, and everybody will be treated the same. It's very important. We pride ourselves in our town. Look around all the people here. It's just fantastic. Again, on behalf of my colleagues, I'm sure they all agree with what I'm saying. We, as the Select Board of Mansfield, thank everyone that's here tonight, and we wish everybody a fantastic summer. And again, keep up all the good work. And again, we're very proud of everybody that's here. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Tonight we're honored for some special guests, and I'd like to be able to introduce Jeremy Como, who's the co-chair of the Bay State Stonewall Democrats. Jeremy comes to us from the great city of Boston, and we're very honored to have you here in Mansfield tonight. Jeremy, welcome.
Thank you, everybody. I'm really honored to be here today. I know it's your first Pride flag raising. It's very special. It's special to me because in my town, I actually grew up not too far from here in Canton, and my town actually doesn't do this. So it's special to me because this is my first town Pride flag raising. So thank you for inviting me, and thank you for having me. I'm joined by my co-chair, Claire Naughton. Claire Naughton is, many of you might know because she does live in a town very close to here as well, but Claire and her husband, Dennis, we are part of an organization that advocates on behalf of the LGBTQ community. Claire and Dennis, they're allies. Now, it's not enough to just have words to be an ally. It's not enough just to say some fancy speeches to be an ally. It takes actions. Actions like Claire and Dennis do every day, and many of you who are not part of the LGBTQ community, it takes those actions like raising the pride flag here in this town to show some high school student or middle school student that it's okay to be part of the LGBTQ community. It's okay. We love you. We accept you as part of our community. You're as important as everyone else out there. And so I think it's important to see many of you who are allies of our community and to say thank you to you because you do very important work. And sometimes people like myself and Kevin and others don't say that enough. And I think it's important for us to say that. So thank you, all of you. So I was tasked with telling you a little bit about the history of Pride. And so for the past few days, we have heard about a farcical straight pride parade later this summer. But I'll tell you why that idea is absurd by explaining to you that the first Pride was not a celebration, it was not a parade, it was born out of a riot because of discrimination and harassment of members of the LGBTQ community. The LGBTQ rights movement began at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. Has anybody ever been there? Okay. The Stonewall Democrats, we attribute our name to the Stonewall Inn and the Stonewall riots. Historically, members of the LGBTQ community and the establishments where they visited were routinely subject to harassment at the hands of police. On June 28, 1969, New York City police raided the Stonewall Inn, located in Greenwich Village, New York City. Instead of running away, this time the community fought back. The crowd became angry, threw objects as police arrested patrons and employees of the bar. Police tried to disperse the crowd by calling in reinforcements. As a result of the riot, yes, Stonewall again was a riot. Demonstrations expanded throughout the neighborhood and lasted for 6 days. Today is actually a very important day because if you have been watching the news, the City of New York Police Department has apologized for that harassment, that discrimination, and the events that took place because of the Stonewall riots. So I'm going to leave you with a quote from former President Barack Obama in a proclamation that he established. I'm sorry, go ahead if you want. This was on a proclamation establishing the Stonewall National Monument. Quote, "There is important distance yet to travel, but through political engagement and litigation, as well as individual acts of courage and acceptance, this movement has made tremendous progress towards securing equal rights and equal dignity. I'm honored to be here tonight, and this little ceremony is just one more step in securing equality for all Americans." Thank you so much.
Jeremy, thank you so much. Now I'd like to call forward Daniel Kozar, the director of Boys in the Band and through Massachusetts Music and Art Society, who's going to be going through and giving us a short explanation of a show that's going on here in Mansfield. And so please come forward.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Kozar and I am the program director of theater over at Dean College, and I'm also the director of the Boys in the Band at Mansfield Music, MMAS. And the Boys in the Band was written in 1968 by Mark Crowley, a year before the Stonewall riots. And what it does, it is the first honest representation of a group of gay men getting together in a place where they felt safe. Prior to that, they felt safe only in their own homes, maybe in a bar, maybe in a bathhouse. But this is a group of close men who close friends who get together to celebrate the birthday of one of the men. It is what we would call in the old days a black comedy, a tragic comedy, but it is a comedy in itself, because it shows gay men not as the stereotype, not as the doomed personalities, whether it be gay or lesbian, that was originally presented by theater. Remember, the only other representation we had were plays like The Children's Hour by Lillian Hellman, where one of the women portrayed in it, the only escape she had was to commit suicide. Okay? So this is a representation, a positive representation of gay men. Now what we have tonight are two of our actors who will be presenting a short scene, a scene of Michael, who is the host for the party, and his former lover, Donald. And they are talking prior to the arrival of the other guests. Now we have edited some of it, but we want some of you kids maybe to do earmuffs a couple times, but we are endeavoring to show, yes, she looks a little old to have earmuffs on. Okay? Okay, yes, okay. What the heck? Okay? Anyway, I would like to present Greg Smith and Max Peters, and Max is one of my students at Dean College, and Greg is playing Michael, and Max is playing Donald.
How could you be friends with a boy like that? Believe it or not, there was a time in my life when I didn't go around announcing that I was a faggot.
That must have been before speech replaced sign language.
Don't give me any static on that score. I know I didn't come out until I left college.
It seems to me that the first time we met in a gay bar on 3rd Avenue during your junior year.
Bitch.
I thought you'd never say it.
Sure you don't want some crack crab?
Not yet, if you don't mind.
Well, it can only be getting colder. What time is it?
I don't know. Early.
Where the hell is Alan?
You want some more club soda?
What?
There's nothing but club soda in that glass. It's not gin, like mine. Do you want some more?
No.
I've been watching you for several Saturdays now. You've actually stopped drinking, haven't you? How long has it been?
5 weeks.
It's amazing.
I found God.
It is amazing for
Or-
you.
Or is God dead?
Oh, yes, thank God. And don't get panicky just because I'm paying you a compliment. I can tell the difference.
You always said I could hold my liquor better than anyone you ever saw.
I could always tell when you were getting high, one way.
I'd get hostile.
You seem happy or something now, and it shows.
Thanks.
What made you stop? The analyst?
You certainly had a lot to do with it. Mainly, I just didn't think I could survive another hangover. Didn't think I could get through another morning after ick attack.
Morning after what?
Icks, anxiety, guilt, unfathomable guilt. From the second your eyes pop open and you say, "Oh my God, what did I do last night?" Then zap, total recall.
Tell me about it.
And then the coffee, aspirin, Alka-Seltzer, Darvon, Daprasil, and a quick call to IA, Icks Anonymous.
Good morning, IA.
Hi, was I too bad last night? Did I do anything wrong? I didn't do anything too terrible, did I?
How many times? How many times?
And from then on, the struggle to live till lunch, where you have a double Bloody Mary, that is, if you waited till lunch, and then you're half pissed and useless for the rest of the afternoon. The only sure cure is to go to bed for about 37 hours, but whoever does that. Instead, you hang on till cocktail time, and by then you're ready for whatever the night holds, which hopefully is another party. And then where the whole goddamn cycle starts over again. Well, I had to get off that merry-go-round or die of centrifugal force.
So, how does a clear head stack up against the dull fog of alcohol?
All the things you've always heard are true. Nothing can compare with the experience of one's faculties functioning at their maximum natural capacity. Although, I could kill for a drink.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, we open tomorrow night at MMAS and we run till the 23rd. So please, please come and see a slice of American theater. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. And now at this time, we are so fortunate to be able to have our members from our Mansfield Public Schools with us tonight. The Mansfield High School Choir, directed by Sheila Newton, and she's going to be able to have our chorus perform "I Choose Love."
In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain,
What a wonderful job. One more round of applause, folks. Great job, guys. Very proud of you. At this time, we're also very, very fortunate tonight to have a very, very good friend that's in our state legislature representing the great town of Mansfield, and that is Senator Paul Feeney. Senator Feeney has been absolutely fantastic to work with, and we're very lucky to be able to have such a positive representation in our State House. So, Senator Paul, welcome so much.
Wow, what a crowd. I bring greetings also from State Representative Jay Barrows, who I saw this morning. He had a conflict tonight, but he wanted me to say hello to everybody. I was driving in from Boston. We were in session today. We were working on a hands-free cell phone bill, hands-free distracted driving bill. And we got out of the State House a little bit late, and we got stuck in traffic as usual coming down, and I really didn't know what to expect. I said to my staffer, Bill, I said, well, you know, we'll see. Hopefully if there's a few people there, it'll be a great night. And then I pulled up, and I saw all of you, and I saw this energy, and I saw everybody coming out tonight in Mansfield, and it hit me, and I got goosebumps as I pulled into the driveway. What a wonderful, wonderful night. What a wonderful community. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to represent the community of Mansfield, and I think if you look out, you can see why. I want to thank everybody who worked hard to pull this together. From the Bay State Stonewall Dems being here, Jeremy Wellstead, as always, Claire, who represent the Stonewall Dems so well. The Mansfield Dems for pulling this together, working with our local select board and our town manager. Bringing everybody together in this community is what it's all about. Tonight we gather to celebrate, to reflect, and to recommit to each other that we will always, always stand united as a community. We gather for a simple act, but one that has absolutely profound meaning. That inherent in all of us exists a sense of self that should be celebrated and shown to the world. Not masked, altered, or hidden out of fear of not being accepted. That even in this day and age when divisiveness permeates our collective conversation and cynicism seems to rule the day, it's up to us, each of us, and all of us, to find those moments like right now where we can stand up for one another. And no matter our background, our faith, our politics, our color, what we do for work, where we are from, and yes, how we identify and who we love. That we are a proud community who understands in Mansfield that love is love is love is love. And that here in this community, we embrace this flag and this symbol not only to celebrate our unity, but to lift up our own individuality, to display the brightness of our future, and to show reverence to the struggles of the past. But it's not the struggle that defines the LGBTQ community. It's the persistence through that adversity, the resistance to hate, and the consistent embrace of what makes us human. That is what lies behind the pride flag and in the depths of our heart here today. I am proud that I had the opportunity this year in the Massachusetts Senate to vote in favor of banning a terrible practice known as conversion therapy. And I'm proud, and hopefully this year for the final time as we get it over the finish line, to have the opportunity once again to vote for the Gender X bill, so people can identify on their driver's licenses by who they are. But I'm disappointed. I am candidly disappointed that we're still having this debate and this conversation in 2019. But I want you to know that each of you, especially being here tonight and doing what you do every single day, empower me to take those votes. You lift me up. You guide my conscience, even when it's not politically expedient. And despite what some misguided clergy may say from time to time, the LGBTQ community is a moral compass that makes our world, our commonwealth, and our town a better, stronger, and more loving place. Brothers and sisters, I am thrilled to be with you. Mansfield, you are a great community. And this is evident tonight by all of you coming out, by sending a message, by standing together, by doing what you're doing. Most of all, by being you, by being us, and to make sure that everybody in this community embraces that. And when people drive through Mansfield, they know that this is a welcoming place, that no matter who you are, where you come from, that you are welcome here. I'm so thrilled to have this opportunity. Thank you so, so much. And with that, I have an official proclamation. This is part of my official duties from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'd like to read it. Whereas LGBT Pride Month came to be to commemorate the Stonewall riots, which occurred at the end of June 1969. And whereas the LGBTQ community has fought tirelessly for equality and inclusivity, and whereas Massachusetts continues a tradition of public demonstration, as well as to offer numerous other events intended for everyone to enjoy and to celebrate who they are in a safe and fun environment. And whereas the Commonwealth has witnessed milestones for the LGBTQ community, including the enacting of anti-discrimination laws regarding employment, adoption, healthcare, and the historic Massachusetts Supreme Court decision as the first state to legalize marriage among same-sex couples. And whereas the Commonwealth is proud of the meaningful, long-lasting impacts the LGBTQ community has made and the contributions it has brought to Massachusetts' rich and diverse history and culture. And whereas the Commonwealth joins the LGBTQ community in a celebration of diversity and unity. And whereas the Commonwealth remains committed to treating all people with fairness and respect. Now therefore I, Charles D. Baker, Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, do hereby proclaim the month of June 2019 to be Pride Month, and urge all the citizens of the Commonwealth to take cognizance of this event and participate fittingly in its observance. Given at the Executive Chamber in Boston the first day of June in the year 2019, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 242nd, signed by Governor Charles D. Baker, Lieutenant Governor Kennedy Polito, Secretary of the Commonwealth William Galvin. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you.
Great job, Senator. Thank you so much as our keynote speaker for today. And at this time, I'm going to ask that you join me up to the flagpole, where you and I will raise the flag together. All right. Perfect. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Thank you, everybody, so much. And as we stated earlier, please join us. We have some light refreshments while they last inside. We ask you to join us. Congratulations, happy Pride, and thank you for joining us here in Mansfield tonight.